to somebody who never showed you love is one of the hardest things I had to come across. When my father met my mother, he thought he was just going to have a fling. He was not serious about my mother. Sadly, to him, my mom got pregnant. And these two were coming from broken relationships. And my father thought this was a chance to have a son. My mom was okay with whatever came because she had both boys and girls. I was born and I was not a son. And that's when it all started. Living with my father was one of the hardest things that I had to endure. My father was illiterate. He did not understand anything about books or school. He only took me to a good school because that was the right thing to do. He only pretended to love me because this was expected of him from the community. Every time I would stay at sport or come home late, I would endure the beatings. But for the love of sport, I had to choose the beatings. I remember one day from a game of hockey, I came home and there were 6 sticks. Okay, there were sticks, there was the cords, electrical cords, and some other gadgets. And I was literally told to select the one that I wanted to start with, the one that he wanted to start his beatings with. And this day, it was so easy for me because I remember taking up the challenge and telling him that just go right ahead. And he did. He beat me so hard. I will never forget. But I never stopped my sport because I loved sport. At the age of 15, my father could not take me anymore. I was this big threat in his life. I was the son that, I was a constant reminder of the son that he could not have. So he wanted to marry me off because he just decided he had had enough. To me, that was a big blow. At the age of 15, my teenage years were just starting. I did not know what marriage was all about. Talking to my mom was one of the hardest things I could do because she also faced the abuse. So I thought of taking my own life. I thought I'll never marry at this age, and at least I can put my mom to rest. At least maybe their marriage will work out if I'm not there. I took my own life. I wanted to take my own life, but it did not happen like that. I attempted suicide, but it did not work out. As you can see, I'm here today. The Lord had a big plan for my life. Even when I was still in hospital, all this did not stop. The abuse did not stop. He kept on telling me he wished I was dead. To him, I was still that threat. When I went back home, he only took me back because that was the right thing to do. That was what was expected of the community of him. Community wanted him to do the right thing, and he lived for the community. 3 years down the line, my father fell ill. There was no one to take care of him. My mom had to work. She had to be the breadwinner then. And I had to take care of him. Despite all the hurt that I went through, I just had to do it with no bitterness, but with love. It's so sad that my father passed away. It's so sad that he could not answer some questions that I had for him. But it taught me one thing in life: never revenge. Bring out the better you in every circumstance. It taught me to love my girls even more. I thank you.